I reckon you make some paper, boy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT Business Minded Talk, and I'm here to do a pretty much a quick talk with you guys. I want to actually just be legit real with you guys because, you know, I don't like doing no shortcuts. I don't like doing nothing but straight just the lube. I gotta talk with you guys, man. I was hot. It's hot. I was like, I listen, man. I understand we got a lot of issues going on. You know what I'm saying? And I get there's a lot of shit going on. But I'm gonna tell you right now, something that I had to learn at a young man. And that's the fact that, listen, man, I'm getting tired of this goddamn everybody want to get that come to work, man. I'm so tired of hearing that shit, man. Like, it's just like the narrative question is like, should I wait for, like, you know what I'm saying, for my community to get their shit? I'm always hearing we. Like, I mean, are we going French? Like, I'm not doing that. What's going on underrated? Listen, I'm done trying to say we. It's either us or just me. It's either us or just me. There ain't no we. Because us is having to put up bread. Us is having to get our ass up early at the crack of dawn to make that paper. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have to stand accountable for me. So I got to ask the question, man, like, because we always hearing this, and I know a lot of y'all don't like hearing that about somebody talk like that, but I mean, we got to call it for what it is, man, because when y'all comparing yourself to other cultures, and that's the thing about it, you compare yourself to other people, but ask yourself, what are you, the individual, getting done, and are you really a service to those of what you want, and are you aligning yourself with those that you want? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not joining up, and I'm not doggone and like endorsing shit. Like like I said, I be hearing a lot of people tell me about these immaculate numbers. I be hearing people talk about these immaculate numbers, these types of so-called men, these doggone well-to-do people. And I'm like, I'm gonna be for real, man. All of this to me is a bunch of locker room talk. You talking about you got the smoke, but where's the fire? I mean, just think about it, man. You had Black Avenger, and the guy, he went out of his own pocket and built that. If you truly had believed in your dollar like you said you did, or you believed in the black man like you said you did, you would have took your funky behind and you would have followed behind him. What's going on, Lightbearer? I'm always hearing this about this squeamish talk about protection. Bro, listen, bro. You can go get yourself a nice pistol for $370. Ladies, if you want that much protection, stop buying them damn bundles and put out some bread and either go to some kung fu classes or go ahead and get you a strap. Okay, what's going on? Yeah. But I'm just tired of always hearing the narrative that, guess what? I'm hearing about the community. But the first community is always going to start off with you. Every individual is doggone. He has his own thing that he has to have done. He has to have squared away and put together. Like, I'm not. Stop this talk, man. Like, the loaning for charitable giving, that's overdraft. You overdraft that. A lot of people are long since been there. I know y'all like seeing the YouTube and Facebook videos and stuff, but them days are done, man. Listen, I usually don't start doing any servicing and unless I know that, hey, you're gonna be putting up some doggone we networking, we politicking. I'm so tired every time whenever I hear, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, let me tell you a problem. When women talk, if it don't got nothing to do with the empowerment of me getting to the next level, I really don't give a shit what women are talking about in the women's sector. I honestly, I don't ever go to the women's sector. I wouldn't even know who's in there. I don't know who's in the women's sector. I barely know any of the brothers in the goddamn black male sector. What up, D. Darrell? Only way I find out about these people is if somebody tells me, and then I'm like, oh, okay. I love your show. I'll come by, put some money in the collection plate, boop. But once I hear it ain't got nothing to do with me, I get in my car and I leave. I got people I'm subscribed to. I don't even go to their channel. If you ain't got nothing, I got people that subscribe to me. They don't come to my channel. Unless I talk about specific things that they want to hear. And the thing about that is, people only come for what they want, not no community. Y'all talking about rebuilding, but I'm gonna be like, yo, show up. Yo, show, like, I'm like Thomas. Jesus, you gotta show me your hands. You gotta show me your hands, Jesus. You're gonna have to doggone take this bag of popcorn and, you know what I'm saying, like, fill it back up for me. I'm gonna need you to take this bottle of whiskey and doggone fill it back up for me. Don't tell me what I want to hear. We gotta be honest. Like, right now, the reason why, and shout out for the $5. Much respect. Thank you, Dog Eat Dog. People are now at the level where they want to see, yo, man, I'm tired of waiting for the we. I'm just going to do me. And see, people hate that because then the me, it says I can only afford to get me up. If you truly down with me, you'll be down with me in the mud. If you truly are my day ones, or you actually you gotta pony up. If I were to open up this panel, I would be obligated to say, Dog Eat Dog, if you want to come up here and get some time in to say some words, I would get that to you. Because he ponied up. So I'm obligated to respect that. Because he understands that he supports the message. See, I noticed, and let me just show this to y'all. Let me show this to y'all. When I was spouting down on a black man, y'all showed up. When I started talking about educational power, financial literacy, of getting a contracting job where you can speak life into getting other people jobs, nobody showed up like that. Granted, the more access you got, the better your chances of winning become. I get it. People say, well, he's doing that or she's doing it. But I'm like, What about you and me? They not on our team. If you riding with me, guess what? You and I both better be up early in the day. Because we got to beat the sun. We got moves that we got to make. You worry about the other culture. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't got time to worry about them. I got to worry about getting me right. I got to make sure I got to make sure I'm good, man. BMT doing the boring job of actively building. That's the dog. That it is boring. Everybody likes it when you get to the NBA. Everybody likes it when they see you in the limelight and you make it. Everybody likes to be that one to cut the ribbon and walk in the house. But nobody likes to be the guy to be digging the ditch. Nobody wants to be the guy that's out there putting in the toilets, crawling under the trailer, doing the late night works, staying up there, cutting their fingers, doing the glue and sticking on their hands and stuff. Nobody likes to be that broad that got to stay there extra 10 to 20 hours the doggone just to make a fucking rent. But everybody wants to be the winner and say, what are you contributing to the community? Fuck your community. I'm building my own community. If you ain't put in on my community, and I touch to everybody, shout out to the next $5 super chat. Thank you, Des. If that man or that woman ain't talking about putting in or putting down on you, they ain't fucking with you. I understood that at a young age. So when people ask about BMT, well, I don't get why you move. Because I move with those who rock with me. We don't go hungry out here. So you got to understand, man, everybody, listen, man, this narrative, like, listen. That's why I say sometimes you just got to go, man. I hate, people got this narrative saying that we as a people ain't building. What are you talking about? 19 families literally bought land in Georgia. 90 acres of land. Let me go ahead and pull up that. Let me go ahead and pull up that. Let me pull that up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that for y'all. Yeah. Now this is news. Now, for this right here, you had 19 families just bought over 90 acres of land. Now, that's good because those 19 families, they have access to that power. That's theirs. They can talk all the shit they want. But the problem is, where were you putting in when they were buying? Were you going to the meetings? Zoom hangouts? Now, I want you to understand, when was this done? August 31st, 2020. Now, that's crazy because that literally means some of them dipped into their stimulus and whatever finances that they got and put it down on it. And that's in Georgia. I know down there, that's in Georgia. Watching the killing of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery was just too much for Ashley Scott to bear, to the extent that she had to seek help. Scott, a realtor of Stonecrest, Georgia, that ain't far from where I'm at, sought therapy. And realizing the lack of secure spaces for her and her fellow Black folks amid high-profile incidents of racism and police brutality, She teamed up with her good friend Renee Walters to start the Freedom Initiative, Georgia Initiative. Now, literally, that's something whereas to I sought counseling from a black therapist and I helped it, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty much I'm talking about all that. Her, now, I want you to see right, all that right there? Behind them women, what they're doing is they're clearing the land. So she went out, found people that were willing to put up their money. Like I said, listen, man, if you ain't talking about putting up no money, listen, if they ain't talking about putting up no money, just I want you to understand it. They full of shit. I don't after a while when people don't, hey, I usually ask people simple questions. I talk to them about what's going on, X. Read about that safe city. I gotta go check into that. It's a safe city. Not for she wasn't talking about we doing this for these people. No, that was for black people, and that was this year. Now I got a question. Y'all still waiting for the handout. Some of y'all are still waiting for somebody to doggone want to help you. You waiting for that woman to get her shit together. Did you see that woman say, hey, I went to this group, that group, man, fuck whatever group you think that. If your group ain't talking about, hey, man, Brother D, Brother Dez, Brother Underrated, brother all the brothers, listen, man, we're going to put up $500 each, and we're going to buy this lawnmower and this lawnmower equipment. Then after that, we're going to work, and every dollar we get, we're going to put 20 cents of each dollar that we each make aside for the next thing. The minute I hear somebody say, but buy. Because you ain't about that risk. You ain't about that money. You ain't about taking that risk, man. I risk it all to have a family. I risk it all to have a home. I risk it all to have what I want, man. The thing about it is everybody talking about this weed, but see, everybody ain't willing to run out there on the battlefield. Everybody ain't willing to go out there and work the doggone the 20-hour shift. Now, some people say, well, you can't do no 20-hour shift. Bullshit. I done did it. Shout out to my brother Yusef Wati. Boy, Yusef, this is some power right here, brother. Hello from Brazil. After 15 countries as a black man who left the USA, I got a green card soon. Yep. Like I said, y'all make it seem like, listen, bro. And I gotta bring up some brothers who dream big, man. I listen, bro. I sat on that doggone funky ass mattress. And I said, you know what? I don't want to be in this town no more. I don't want to be here no more. Shout out to Renaissance Man. A lot of y'all brothers, y'all can wait all day long for whatever spear, whatever country, whatever people to get their shit together. Fuck that. I am going. Some of the women already showed you they're not waiting for you. Nobody's waiting for you, man. Expat, die best, go wherever the hell you gotta go, find whoever you gotta find, doggone grow, doggone build, doggone create. Do what you gotta do, men and gents, ladies and gentlemen. This is called survival of the fittest. Have y'all not watched those movies where the strong unite and they form empires? And when you form your own empire, guess what? You can talk all the shit you want. Now I get it. This country done me so wrong, they need to do this. Okay, then guess what? Pony up your own money. Pony up your own money. All these, mind you, listen, come on now. Let's look at these girls. How old was this girl? This girl ain't that old. Hang on. Take this thing down, man. She's 25 years old. Oh no, my bad. How old is this girl? How old is this child? What's her name? What's this girl name? How old is this child? I was about to say, I know Ahmad is 25. No, Ashley Scott's not that old. But I looked her up. Ashley Scott. Let's go. She better not be over no 40. If she's young. I don't know who the hell is that? She better not be too damn young. Okay, they ain't showing her. Hang on. Oh, they got 97 acres. Shout out to them. Amid the midst, the black family purchased 96.7. That's 97 acres of Townsboro. That's Townsboro. I know exactly what that is. Georgia, Plains. Let me go get better information. Ashley Scott, Georgia-based. Actually, a Georgia-based realtor. I want to bet this lady's in her 30s. If that. I'm willing to bet she's in her 30s. She's not that old. And she can't be that old. Y'all, there's plenty of land out there for sale. There's plenty of opportunities out there for sale. I'm telling y'all right now, unless we get our asses out there and start doing it for ourselves, y'all are damn fools. I'm not waiting to get some of these people in line. I understand. I will grab men and women who are able-bodied to willing to work and fight. And guess what? Together with Renee, an entrepreneur and investor, Scotland attended local city council and zoning meetings. They assembled a group of 19 families and purchased the land. We figured we could try to fix a broken system, or we could start fresh, Scott wrote. Start a city that would be shining example of being the change you see. We wanted to be more involved in creating the lives of we really want for our black families, and maybe just create some generational wealth for ourselves. Now, the thing about it is, I want you to understand, 90 acres, that's not bad. Like here in the Carolinas, my family has 140 acres. And I'm not talking about no damn gullah. I'm talking about like straight up, like you literally, like we got, I could pony up and show y'all this. Now, where they at right now, this is the clearing the land process. What they doing right there, that's called clearing the land process. Let me show it. Okay. Now they down. Hang on. Where's those pictures at? Now they all out there. Y'all could go right out there. I'm pretty sure they still got investors still going out there. If y'all truly want to make a change, y'all could take y'all asses out there and go make a change. But see, that's the boring part where you got to actually go do the work. Y'all keep on waiting for motherfuckers to. I don't know why we're looking at some wedding pictures, but I get it. That's her Instagram. That's her Twitter. I'm not waiting for people to get their shit together. I'm just not. I done stopped that long time ago in a galaxy far away. Exactly, like it's not hard. It's not hard. If y'all truly want to make a difference, there are people. Shout out to you, Spiritual Logic. Y'all, you're gonna have to build your own Eden, man. You're gonna have to go out there and take whatever spoon, shovel you got and make it work, man. We got plenty of people who know about investment, who know about currency, who know about expat, who have small business. We got too many people here. But you want to know the real shit about it is? You want it for free. You want to give it. See, one thing I learned is when the knowledge is good, you'll pay for that knowledge. Why? Because you'll keep them coming. Yeah, I like I said, let me go ahead and drop a link for y'all do it. But we're gonna go ahead and finish up the talk. And I want to hear from y'all. Because there's chances that y'all can literally make change. There's time for y'all, but again, if y'all are waiting for people to get their shit together, your ass deserve whatever you get. You deserve whatever you get. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not. I don't learn that. If I had been waiting for my damn friends and I thought my homies would want to go get a job, they didn't mind sitting at the gas station rolling dice, drinking goddamn sharing. We all sharing one damn bottle, eating old boiled peanuts and shit, hoping that they'll give us the goddamn pork rinds that they didn't want to sell, that they're going to sell in the tater tots. Like I said, the man said, "Hey, who want to work?" Me and him showed up. He said, "Y'all can get free lunch. Y'all got to just work." So you know what I did? I worked. I was right in there working with me and my friend, right in there working, while the rest of our friends were clowning on us, talking all kind of trash about us. But guess what? We were working. And let's not pretend that black people, we don't want to work. But we get it. Everybody don't want to get their ass up early in the morning. If Renaissance would have told me, "Yo, hey, there's good that my manager's hiring, but you know what? I catch a ride to work. I need you to get there at doggone. I need you to be up and be ready at doggone 4:00 in the morning. You better be there at 3:30 and stand on the side. I don't care how cold it is. Your ass need to be right there. Stand on the side of that road, waiting for that damn beat up goddamn Geo Metro to roll by and squeeze in that goddamn car." But see, some of y'all ain't hungry like that. What's going on, Renaissance man? Welcome. We asked the question, should I wait for my community to get its ish together or just go?
What's up, BMT? Nah, sounds like you used to be a Pookie for real.
You know what the thing about it was? And see, the thing about it was that when I was young, I was just sitting there and just eating boiled peanuts and sharing goddamn the stupid shit. And I mean, everybody, what's going on? What's going on, D-Rail?
What's up, like D-Rail doing that right now?
Yeah, listen, everybody.
What's up, brother?
We're coming to a realization: everybody ain't going to be coming out there to the field to work. Everybody ain't going to be getting up early in the morning. Everybody wants the end result, but they don't understand the work that goes behind to build up the stage or theater to talk your shit. But go ahead. I'm gonna give y'all the mic before I speak. Go ahead.
I was gonna quickly say, I think one thing is, I think the black community, at least here in America, is in a very unique position, and I don't know if people really understand it. Because since integration, the end of segregation, it's kind of been this sort of free for all in the sense of, our best and brightest have gone and done what they wanted to do, and everyone else has kind of been left to their own devices. And I think people are kind of looking back, thinking we're going to have that old time community where you had or at least people received very little classism. Everyone was just kind of together, which I think is a little bit romanticized, but I think that's part of it. And then I think, like you said, BMT, I think people don't want to work for it either. I think you got a large portion of people who want to do what they want to do and let the builders build. And then once it's been built, they want to come and enjoy it and put in nothing to get there. So I think it's a little bit of both of those things. Y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. BMT may have stepped away then.
Oh, okay.
You got any thoughts, D-Rail?
You say what?
You got any thoughts on the topic?
Yeah, sure. I actually read the article that he's referencing about the community that got together and bought the nearly 100 acres.
Yeah, I saw that too. I stumbled across that.
I saw it about 2 days ago, and I think that these are the things that we as a community should be doing, because I've talked about this in several panels that I've been on in the last couple of years. I say that one of the issues that we have as a community is that we need to start building our own infrastructure where we control everything that goes on in that community. What they're building to me appears to be like a small municipality. I mean, white folks do this all the time. They build little small municipalities. They have their own law enforcement, own little way of doing things, even inside of a city, where they have their own thing and they control everything that goes on in it from an economic standpoint, educational standpoint, healthcare, every major thing that makes up a positive neighborhood. We should have enclaves of that throughout the United States, with the buying power, the consumerism that we produce for this country. If we took 10% of that for ourselves, we would be doing a whole lot better. And the thing about it is, the problem with black people is that, and this is one of the reasons why it's very difficult for us to do things, because it appears for us every time that we do something, we compare it to what white people are doing. And we use white people, their standard of business, the standard of service, as a measuring stick of where we need to be, without understanding the work that white company had to go through over the years to develop where they are today. Because Morgan Stanley didn't start off the way Morgan Stanley is right now. Morgan Stanley started off as one small investment house.
Yeah, that's what Malcolm X talked about in one of his speeches. He talked about Woolsworth. I mean, I don't know if it's around anymore, but he made that same comment. It started out as a little dime store.
Exactly. And so this is the reason why we don't understand that when you're trying to get something going, it takes years to build that. I mean, it took Microsoft years to get where it is. I mean, a guy can have a computer or tech company or something where you're not as good as Apple. You're not as good as, of course you're not, because you didn't have the years to build up to get to that, nor the capital. But I wish I would have found out about this, because if I would have found out about this, I would have been an investor. I would have definitely invested capital. And so, to me, the way I look at things now, Renaissance Man, is that the way we can find out the people who are truly invested in the game and the fakers is that, are you willing to put your money where your mouth is at? If you truly believe in something, are you willing to invest your hard-earned capital in making it happen? Because if you're willing to take the risk financially, that means you're vested and you believe in it. I don't want to hear all this stuff of all this hotep and shit. All of it, well, we do this and the feminists that, and the black community this. No, if you believe in this project, are you willing to invest in it? And see, that's the problem. These guys talk all this stuff about we should do this, all these solutions. But they're not talking about the finances that come to make those solutions come to fruition. It takes capital to make this stuff happen.
No, absolutely. And I was going to ask, the other thing is, do you think the community has the discipline and really the heart to, once this is built, tell the people who didn't invest that they can't be a part of it? Because I feel like there will be an element of shame, or we can't do so and so like that. We got to give him a shot too, or she.
Unfortunately, I wish black people were that shrewd, but we're not. What will happen is, through pressure and shame, as you just stated, they're going to eventually start letting people in. They're going to start letting any and everybody in. And then before you know it, the community is going to look totally different. And then there are going to be people working for other people that are going to come in and attempt to sabotage the effectiveness of that city. Because what we're looking at right now is the inception of a Black Wall Street that could potentially happen if done correctly.
I was going to ask too, D-Roll, you're down in Texas, so you know about DeSoto then. That's like kind of an example.
Yeah, I know what DeSoto is. I've been there. Matter of fact, I have a business in Dallas. DeSoto's off of 35 South, about maybe 28 to 35 minutes from Dallas. DeSoto is DeSoto to me is not it really is a really nice suburb, but to me it's not as black as people. To me, I don't think it's as black as people as it should be. I mean,
okay, I've never been. I've only seen a video about it, so that's the only reason.
Yeah, I've been to DeSoto many times. I've been to DeSoto. At least, man, I've been there many times because I have a business in Dallas. I've been in Dallas doing business for 5 years. I remember when I first passed through DeSoto, I stopped at I think it was a Taco Cabana or what have you. What DeSoto has is a thriving black middle class and upper middle class society. But what DeSoto lacks is ownership in major businesses that are in that particular community. When you look at things such as the grocery stores, and I'm talking about the major shopping centers and the grocery stores, that's not owned by black people. Now, what you will see is a high ownership in black housing as far as owning properties. I would say what set DeSoto aside is that they have a high black home ownership as far as home ownership. I'm talking not just your own single family home, but I'm talking about the properties and the real estate. Now and particularly in that, I would say at least 80% of that is owned by black people. That's to me what really people are really looking at when it comes to DeSoto, because they have a high percentage of entrepreneurs, such as people who have doctor practices, lawyers, people in healthcare, mental health, things of that sort that provide in the service field. You see a high number of entrepreneurs in the service field that have businesses there. But when it comes to like the major I'm talking like a major grocery store, like I think Albertson or something like that, or like what is it called? What's it called? Joe's something, Major Joe's or whatever it's called. That's in that area.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, Trader Joe's and stuff like that. Most of that stuff is still owned by the white community. But when it comes to, like, let's say maybe a car dealership, that may be owned by somebody black. When I'm talking about you looking for a family doctor, you can find a black family doctor in DeSoto. If you're talking about physical therapy, if you're talking about things like that, or lawyers, or someone that has a notary public, or someone doing all types of the businesses, restaurants, and more smaller, not necessarily franchise type restaurants and establishments. Yeah, that's mostly owned by black people. So it's a black city that a lot of it is controlled by black people. But to me, the biggest thing that separates DeSoto is the fact of the high black ownership in housing and real estate. That's the thing that separates. And they have a high income level, because I think the average income level for DeSoto was somewhere around 65 to 75,000, which is well over the national average for black people.
And I was gonna say, and in Texas, that's Texas has a pretty low cost of living relatively, especially to the Northeast and other places. So that 75 will go pretty far.
Oh yeah, 75,000 a year can go really well. And another thing that's noted that's not talked about is that when you look at the marriage rate in DeSoto, the marriage rate for DeSoto is high in regards to families that are married, that have a man that's head of household. It's a lot higher than what it would be in the black community.
Nah, marriage is a great way to build wealth if you can make it last.
Exactly.
Now if it falls apart, you know, it can cause some issues. But if you can make it last, you definitely got a leg up.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
I was reading I've read The Millionaire Mind, and it talked about like 90% of people who have a net worth over $1 million are married.
Yeah, they all are married. And I learned this from a white guy. I never forget about when I first moved to Texas back in 2003. When I first started the business that I own now, I had white partners. And those white partners were talking about how they use affirmative action and how white men used it in regards to getting nonprofits and other businesses in their wives' name.
Yep.
And contracts, government contracts.
Put your daughter and your wife on the business.
Exactly.
It's a minority-owned business.
Exactly. This is how white men use marriage to build wealth. See, we're so focused on some fucking femininity and this shit about doing this. These people know how to see. We're missing the boat on how you build wealth with marriage. And these guys ain't thinking about divorce and getting a prenup before you even make $1 and stuff like that. You know, they thinking about, okay, I have this idea. They're not gonna give me the money because I'm a white man, but I know my wife here who's just basically gonna on paper be the boss, but in our essence, I have the capital and I have the ability to operate. She's just a proxy.
Yep. He just basically he'll write it up as him being a silent partner, even though he's running it.
Man, I know a doctor that's a psychologist that I worked under for 2 years. He built multiple businesses in the social service industry and government contract. He has government contracts. Few of those businesses that he have, his wife is listed as the CEO or the owner and director, and he's a member of the corporation, but he's the one that's actually running it, and so on. So that's what I'm saying. See, this is what these guys are doing to circumvent the fact of white men being the majority. I mean, this game is so many ways that we can take advantage of things that we're not taking advantages of the things that we should be taking advantage. And that's why racism is so difficult for us to deal with, because we're not fighting it clever enough. We're not fighting it hard enough and consistent enough.
And we're dependent, truth be told, we're dependent on the same institutions that harm us. To basically help us at the same time. That's part of it, you know, like going back to it, if you're more independent, you know, building for self, you can walk away from these institutions that are doing you wrong and you know, build your own.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, Renaissance man, the thing about it, there's so many government loopholes that we're not taking advantage of. There's so much money that's available out there that we're not taking advantage of. There's so many different things out there that they know the rules and they're using their wives as a minority to build wealth. That's what they're doing. A lot of these nonprofits and these people that, you know, these little things that come about, they get all the tax benefits. You know, they're getting money donated to them and all this other different stuff like that. They have their wives, and that's why I tell a lot of these black women who talk about feminism, and yeah, feminism has its place, but the bottom line is that white women are not loyal to feminism. They only are loyal to what suits them, and if
they get the benefit of playing, basically they get the benefit of playing to being a woman when it benefits them, and they can play to their whiteness when it benefits them.
Exactly.
And you play in between those.
Exactly. And that's why I'm like, they can play both sides. And I'm like, you can't go in line with somebody that's going to play both sides to benefit themselves, but they're not playing any side to benefit you. You know, and that's the reason why white people put in the laws in the civil rights laws of 64 and 68 that made women a minority. When our essence, women from a population standpoint, therefore that's the largest demographic.
I was gonna say that in the United States, ironically, that is the largest demographic in the U.S.
And but see what they have to understand, this is all by design. This is not some this just happened because of circumstances and it just organically developed that no, they already knew this and they foreseen how it was going to develop. I mean,
when
the Civil Rights Act
pass it around, y'all. We got Light Bearer, we got Iori 6. I know you guys are building. I got no problem with that on the quick night. You already know the topic is on should I wait for the community or to get their ish together, or should I just go? Like I said, I put up Light Bearer and I put up Iori. Like I said, I'm not about waiting. Already, and it's pretty ingenious using your woman as but a woman and a child can slip through a lot more easier than a man could. You know what I mean, it's just a fact. It's art of war 101. You use the woman is the best person to get closer to your leaders. You know what I'm saying? We've already seen a lot of women get close to the leadership of the men, and then boom, they got it. We've seen a lot of children get in, learn your system, learn your culture. They go back and teach the older people, and they say, okay, this is everything. So I'm the more upgraded model of you, because I know you think you know them, but I actually grew up with them. I understand them. And now that I understand them, I can actually put them down. And see, when we keep talking about wait, we, what a we, I'm like, how much are you going to put up? And if you ain't talking about no money, and a lot of people say, oh man, so now it's about money.
Yes, it is.
In the real world, it is.
In the real world, listen, again, like I told y'all, and I mean, to be honest, these ladies are not the first to be doing this. This year, they're, and I'm willing to bet you right now, Darrell, I'm willing to put up that you can still go invest. You can still go invest, but what's it called? Literally, it's called the Freedom Initiative. So literally, that would mean that it's a pay-into system.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, we have even a history of this. Like, there's a whole history of black towns throughout America.
Right. Exactly.
Now, hold on now. Now, if y'all look at that, where have you also seen that at? Where have you seen these types of houses? Just think about it. How many times have y'all seen me do videos of my backyard? Boom. All right there. So there are blacks that can do the work. Oh,
Is that like a tiny house? Because I'm just checking out.
Now, what you're talking about doing is you're talking
that
about.
looks like a greenhouse or some kind of.
You're talking about making affordable housing to where, and here's the thing about it before I get to Light Bearer, your key success or your weapon to actually help you succeed is you need your dollar to circulate as a maximum amount of times as it can amongst us five before it has to lead out.
Right.
So it should literally, that $1 before it touches an outsider, it has to touch Renaissance Man. It has to touch D. Darrell. It has to touch Light Bearer. Then it has to touch Iori. That's how people get up. They will go, even if that store is not as functional as a Trader Joe's or anything else, even if we don't have the same amount of those type of food and stuff, guess what? You can still come to us and get healthy food that is grown here that we made. You can come straight to us. And don't worry, I will be talking about it on the Hour of Power. I will be talking about it. You can also get in contact with these people. They are visionaries that are going to be building stuff. You can also say your name, your email, subject, your message. So actually, you can get in touch with them, and they will reach out to you.
I was gonna say BMT, the whole farm to table movement that you're talking about. There are restaurants here in DC that have literally been built around that concept.
And that's how you have. And see, that is how you have to move. You got to. But see, the thing about it is, if y'all ain't talking about, oh yeah, man, so yeah, so and so they're doing this, and so doing that. But I'm gonna be like, so what the fuck you doing? So why am I talking to you? You just the hype man. I need to go talk to the guy that's putting up the money. Because if you ain't talking about the money, what are we talking for? And see, that's the thing about it that a lot of people mess up on. We got onlookers. We got onlookers rather than actual just go doers. I'm pretty sure these ladies have knocked on a lot of people's thing. I'm pretty sure they're willing to actually go out there. You can see they're doing on StreamYards, talking with other people. Best believe, boo, I will be hollering at you two ladies. I will be talking to y'all and picking y'all brain. But I'd rather pick two doers' brain than a motherfucker on goddamn nigga tube brain and find out. If they're doing it, then I would rather be by them at the campfire than actually people talking about game. Go ahead, Lightbearer.
But you gotta recognize a lot of our people fall into this trap of this society that we're in, which is the trap of being non-progressive. And that's the left side of our brain thinking, because when we deal with the Caucasians, they're left-brained people, but they don't work well with the left brain at all, period. And everything ends up being destructive, right? So they have taught us how to be destructive by forcing us. They brought, through slavery, they brought our ancestors over to do the creative stuff, the work that they couldn't do, right? So we built for them. We built America. So they couldn't do that because they're left brain only. We're left and right brain people by nature, which means that's our gift. That's our way out of this society, is using our brains, going within ourselves and knowing self and moving forward from that, having that will and that power to move forward. But a lot of our people have fallen into a trap of being non-progressive, of non-changing, because we keep doing the same thing over and over again, voting for Obama, voting for Trump, deciding who we're going to vote for, when we don't even have to vote, period. Have they ever tried that? We've been told so many lies, but we still believe them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a psychological issue. Psychological, emotional, and spiritual issue are people, because we're all well-rounded people, right? By nature. That's how we built so many civilizations and stuff. But how they had to lock us down here is to make us non-progressive as they are. You see, the white man is non-progressive by nature. You can see he keeps doing the same thing over and over again. He's doing the same thing over and over again. He's not progressing anywhere. So what we need to do is stop thinking, giving validity to their system and thinking that their system somehow is going to build us up. And we need to start moving like these young ladies moved. Me and my friends, a group of us, we have plans to do the very same thing. I found 116 acres.
Cool.
But due to the shutdowns and stuff like that, it's kind of set us back, because we had plans this year. And also, we just need to know ourselves. And once we know how we think, we don't think like this Caucasian things. And we gotta examine how is this Caucasian moving in a system that we built for them. They're not moving anywhere. They got us on the hamster wheel, and a lot of the people you said don't want to dish out money. One thing is, when you have a job, you don't stay in that job working for that white man. You get that money together. You have hopes and dreams to eventually get some people together and get something outside the system some land. Number one, that's the whole thing. And then but our people, if our people only put aside the petty differences, the little petty differences, and the disconnect and the discourse and all the religion and all of that stuff aside, we would be powerhouses. We would be unstoppable. This place wouldn't be white supremacy anymore. I can guarantee you that.
I think part of the
We'd be in
problem
our
too.
right minds.
But see, no, I get what you're saying, like, bro. I do. You know,
This is not our nature. They holding us down for their own survival. They're holding us down with them. We're with them. We think that they are our friends. We think that they can be lovers. But no, it's meant to put us in a trap where we never progress forward. A white man, a black man, and a white woman will never have anything to progress for. Well, where are you going to go with the wealth? Where is he going to progress to? You know what I'm saying? Where is he going to extend to? He's never going to go anywhere. It stops.
I get you with that.
The same with the black woman with the white man. It goes nowhere.
No, I get you with that. You know what I'm saying? And I know. I think we had a talk before. I think it was on Periscope or somewhere.
Right.
Periscope. But definitely welcome over. People always ask me, like, you know, BMT, I don't ever see nobody in your Periscope chat. I'm like, I'm on YouTube, so I can't be in like 8 places at the same time. But definitely welcome over. But I think the thing about it is, first of all, I'm very proud of y'all ladies. Get your land. Definitely stay in touch with me. If y'all have any questions, I'm gonna tell y'all everything y'all need to know about that. Like I said, I'm gonna even do a special trip and go showcase our family land. I think we got at least close to 200 just over here in the Carolinas, and that's in this portion. Listen, man, when you get your stuff, you got to start doing things. Don't let it just sit there. Clear it out, rent it out. Doggone do different things. Open up projects. Start hiring people to do things, and make sure it circulates within you. You already go ahead and go. What's up, man?
Yeah, bro. I mean, with this whole thing about waiting or going, you got to go when you're ready. And if people aren't ready, that's okay. But the whole thing is, it's got to be like, all right, I'm going to go and take care of this. And when you guys are ready and you guys got your stuff together, we'll work together. But the thing is, you can't wait for other people to get their stuff together if you've already got everything together. Because sometimes what happens is, in the market cycle, there are only certain times when things can go off the right way. You know, you've got to take care of the opportunity when the opportunity's there. And if you don't take care of the opportunity when the opportunity's there and you're waiting for people, sometimes it can slip through your hands. So if you've got the opportunity in sight and you've got the money together, you've got to move.
Now, now you're saying some pretty cutthroat things that I like. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is a reason. I know everybody don't like to hear this, but this is a reason why these spaces aren't moving. We're waiting for everybody to get it. Listen, I get your shit, your grievances and all that shit about different issues, but I don't give a fuck about that when it comes down to the hard facts about stuff. Now, I sat down in the back door with a few people in the background, and we already know what we're trying to do. So if y'all doing something for real, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. You're not gonna know about it openly. Y'all wouldn't be doing deals on YouTube. I'm just being honest. You're not coming on YouTube to talk about what the fuck you're doing. Because if you're telling everybody what you're doing, that's when you're gonna have hindrance. Umar Johnson wouldn't have come on goddamn YouTube and he just kept that shit silent and just grabbed 19 people and say, hey y'all, we're gonna just buy out this goddamn building. I probably that motherfucker probably be having 4 or 5 buildings right by now.
Yeah.
I got an Umar Johnson goddamn nowhere right here. But it's true. I wouldn't give a shit if he had just one building. If he had just one building, I wouldn't give a damn. There would have been nothing we could say against that man. If we were serious about goddamn, listen, man, bullshit will always spew out the mouth. But when somebody starts producing, When they start backing them, see, but the thing about it, we have a problem is we think everybody is going to make it. Everybody shouldn't make it with you. We already know that. As soon as we go into kindergarten and that teacher tells you at first grade, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. All of y'all ain't crossing that damn stage. She'll let you know. Everybody ain't crossing that damn stage.
But BMT, now I hit on this a little bit earlier. I think you had stepped away. I was telling D. Darrell, we in the Black community, we're kind of in the unique space because historically people have had that mentality. And since integration, it's kind of been this split of people do their own things. So some people go build and some people hang out. And then I was telling D. Darrell too, as well, when it's built, you're going to have plenty of people who are going to want to shame people into letting them in.
Then
they contribute.
There's ways you can handle it. See, there's ways you can handle it. See, that's why I said, man, oh man, you're talking. That's why I had to be the one to hit this first for a lot of people. The reason why, how you handle that, you see, you put yourself on the board. You put yourself in the seats of power. You become the warlords of your own governed area. You understand me? So guess what? Okay, so you want to come here? You want to set up shop in our area? Then guess what? You best believe you're going to have a crazy tax. You're going to have a high interest. I don't give a fuck. It is my town. But guess what? Well, hey, that's not fair. Goddamn, he only pays at least about damn $15 for tax. Okay, but guess what?
Go live there.
Go live there.
Go live there.
But here is my rules. And y'all can't tell me that's not true, but I know certain buildings, they get doggone, they only paid. Listen, bro, I lived in a whole goddamn Latino building, and goddamn, boy, I was paying $200. They were paying $75. But I understood that was his people. I was just a dude that was doggone the maintenance man. Now, he did drop down my rent, but I became the maintenance man. But see, I had to become a service to his people. Mm-hmm. And you know the crazy thing about it was, he had his son shadowing me to guess what, to learn how to do.
Do your job.
So when I was leaving, guess what? They didn't have to hire out. They just had to hire. He took his son and his friends, and they learned the jobs. So once they could do that, the money stayed in with them. We don't listen. I'm not saying you can. If you were to hire out, I don't allow you in unless you teach my people what you can do. I'm gonna pay you to teach my people, but so that way, whenever it happens, we don't need you. It is truth about that. There are seasons when you need to go buy. Like right now, the buying season for buying property, land, all buildings, whatever you got to do, and anybody that like Light is doing, they know it's cheap right now. Hell's probably gonna be even cheaper.
It's gonna be cheaper in about 6 months.
Exactly.
Second quarter.
Yep. Oh, I'm waiting for that land to go to shit. Yep. I will be right there with doggone $100 in my pocket.
This land that I'm looking at is actually like 950. It's like almost $1 million.
But see, you understand. See,
but that was last year before this whole thing happened.
And see, I need you to make sure you get my email and come sit and talk with me. You and your friends come sit down and talk to me, okay? I ain't gonna let nobody. Okay. I'm not gonna let nobody. I want y'all to come sit with. Email me. See, this is a time. Anybody who got goddamn good information, y'all need to sit your asses down and get that information. Mm-hmm. You need to sit down and let's get the information. I don't give a shit if it's a man or a woman. I don't give a damn. It's good information. I'm serious. Like, I want you and your friends to come down and sit down and let's talk. Let's just start doing some politicking on what we need to do. So that way, if any brothers that want to get serious about it, y'all need to go hit up them ladies. They might be able to say, hey, there's some more land out there, but we don't have all the finances, but maybe y'all can step in. Maybe that might need to be the catalyst we need. Where if they buy 116, well, damn it, bro, go buy the other goddamn other 100. And if you don't got enough, then go find 4 more other people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then y'all go ahead and pony up the money. Sign a contract and say, yo, we agreed that we are only going to mix with this compact of land. This is what we're going to do. It happens all the time. But you,
I was gonna say, start using your land too for income producing purposes. You know, you look at something like timber or farming or something like that.
You can sow the
Yeah.
trees. You can sow the
Yeah.
trees. You can do all kinds of things with the land. Oh, don't let it be a land where they got to put a highway through. But they're gonna have to
No, this is actually, it has its own private road, and the only bad thing about it is it's in the Cumberland Lakes area, right? Kind of near Cumberland Lakes. Like so half the land is in Tennessee, half the land is in Kentucky. That's how large it is, and the government, the water, because it's a ledge, but it's far out. That's how the land is really big, but it's far out to get to the ledge, and the government owns that part where the water is.
Okay. So that means the government gonna have to deal with you at some point.
Yeah.
I'm right now, they will be knocking on your door.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they have a reason they like to expand, but they're like, you can't expand, but you can always pay us to use the land. And listen, I see it all the time with them crazy sons of angels. They have land that their great granddaddy has that the goddamn government want to step on, and guess what? They will tax the hell out of them. So no matter whatever they want to do, whatever kind of training they want to do, guess what? They have to pay you.
Okay.
They have to pay you. Oh,
and you can immediately start. We want to do a bed and breakfast because it's got a house that we have to refinish, and then you can easily start making money off the land. One person even recommended like the little houses. I had a vision of those houses you showed in the just now. Mm-hmm. Those people had those houses, little houses like that for people to live on, and then like you said, growing the food immediately, you can make a lot of. And then it's in it's in a what's those people? I can't think.
Any Native Americans?
No, it's in a area where people come to for vacation. It's near
terrorism type of area.
Log cabins and stuff like that, where people, it's a tourist spot.
Like I said, if y'all build it up correctly, and the thing about it is, the more money that circulates, it starts to after. Right now, the census is going out, so y'all done missed the census. Well, y'all ain't missed it yet, but it's still going out. But see, when they like to look at where money circulates the most. And if it's a live town where money is circulating the most, they tend to actually start putting things closer to that. Why? Because they want to also have that money come towards them. The more that you can actually control, the more that they will actually want to come out there to actually deal with. Where you might start seeing big industry getting closer. Y'all can open it up for mills, different other stuff that can actually benefit you. But you got to use every asset possible. You guys, I reached my hour of the quick time talk. I'm serious, Lightbearer. I need you to email me. I want to sit down and talk with y'all about power building of a town. Email me anyone who wants to talk about investment. Lightbearer, we're going to do you a special. Okay? We're going to do you a special. We're going to set it up where people are serious. We're going to have it where when we do a show, that they're going to contact with you during the show to doggone if they really are serious about investing. You got it where they already secured what you said 116. So y'all might want to start trying to talk to these ladies about, hey, can I work with y'all? Can I help invest in some property also? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not. I mean, like literally, it's not hard. People do it all the time. I see people literally send one person in, get the store. They all move. They use that store. Once they get that store done, next store. Once they get that store done, next store. Y'all think y'all don't understand how the game has gone and been played. Mm-hmm. And it's a cycle that works. You think I'm gonna hit on her if she got that land? No, I'm gonna be like, what I gotta do? Tell me what land else. When are you going back down there to auction? Tell you what, you get the price. Let me know. All right, everybody. She said that she needs $400 for that next piece of land. 100. Boom. Cash after it. It's done. All right, y'all. I got the deed. get it notarized, boom, another land added. That's what happened.
That's a great idea. I didn't think of it that way.
Oh, man,
Wow.
I'm like, oh man, I just be starting these ideas. Like, but the thing about it is how I know about these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, contact me. We'll definitely want to sit down, have a talk with you. I want to see y'all win. So just like they just doing this the one in Georgia, I hope we see more trending started. Where the light bearers effect. Then after that, shit, girl, we done finished up this one. We already got established here. Guess what? On to the next one.
Next
We
deal.
got a few land starting to come up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all got to just learn how to play the role. Clear out some land, put some trucks there. Clear out the land, put some out there. Clear out the land, put whatever y'all want to see out there.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, it will work. Y'all could build your own reparations. And
Exactly.
when y'all do that, guess what? They're gonna shit, that money going through. So whether they give it to you or not, they still have to fuck with you.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's called taking it.
So again, my email for a lot of y'all, if y'all want to get in touch with me, it's literally blackbrother123@gmail.com. I'm gonna say right now, these guys right here have emailed me. You guys, I've been busy recording on Negro Shade Radio, as well as dealing with all the other stuff. And literally right now, we're trying to get these houses done. Right now, so we've been out all over the place. But other than that, for the most part, I stay busy. But I definitely want to see the best out of all of y'all guys. Also, you know what I'm saying? It's okay, y'all. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, join the channel. You also can, if you also want to get in contact with me, like I said, you can always email me. You can also hit me up on Negro Shade Radio. Yes, we have the radio station back up and going. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Breaker, Castbox, Google Podcasts, Overcast. Goddamn, so many podcast stations and radio stations. But you know what? We are doing it. Yes, we are doing it. And I'm tired as hell, man. I gotta go update I think we just did another episode today. So literally, it's like I said, I'm more unfiltered on the radio because nobody controls the radio. But also, we support those who support us. Shout out to Rob B. Shout out to D. Rel, Renaissance Iori, and shout out to Lightbearer. Please come on back. You guys. Also, if you want to be a member, we go over firearms. We go over relationships. We go over doggone everything. People who are members predominantly, other than content creators and members, literally come on the panel and set special occasions. So I definitely want to see y'all and check up with you guys. BMT, peace. Y'all have a good night.